hurts, so sexy it hurts.
Hello folks, welcome to Operationfish.com. I know that was a cheesy beginning to a video, and I may not be an actual supermodel or a hottie as the video advertised, but I figure if I say enough, maybe my wife might start believing. But let's get serious now. Today we're actually talking about fishing for white bass, and I try to hit a different location. This time I fished at Lake Somerville, which is about an hour northwest of Houston. You can just take 290, get to Brenham, go north on 36. And I actually launched right where 36 crosses the Yahweh Creek. You can launch on either side of the creek. Doesn't matter, both sides give you pretty easy access to the water, and you'll be about 3/4, maybe a mile away from the dam. And there's a few places that I like to fish before I even get there. It's a pretty good place where I tend to catch a lot of white bass and a lot of hybrids and just a lot of variety of fish. It's a great place when it's a windy day and I'm looking for cover. The end of the day, I actually pulled back up, loaded my kayak up, drove a couple miles down the road, and launched on the very east side of the lake at Overlook Park. And that has some easy access launch spots as well. And you can fish on the top side of the dam where it's a little bit deeper. That's a good place for fishing for white bass, crappie, and sometimes hybrids as well. So today I hope you enjoy the video and happy viewing. Well, once I got launched, I worked my way down the creek. Here there's generally a lot of trash because there's a ton of people that fish up by the dam. It all seems to come down here and get stuck in the trees. I really like fishing over here by these train trestle tracks. Kind of the first place you get away from everyone, you're all by yourself, and sometimes I find some good fish here. Today that wasn't the case. I kept fishing and fishing. I'm like, you're busy, but I just couldn't find any. I don't know where they were. Sometimes there's hybrids here, sometimes there's white bass. I did eventually catch my first white bass right here, but again, that was way up by the dam. I'd fished for maybe 30 minutes or so, covered a lot of water, and found it. As you see, I worked my way closer and closer to the dam, and up in the front, there are people. Too many people. They just get in the way. You gotta like switch side to side because there's people standing on the bank just fishing all the time. So, you gotta bear with that. What can you do? Guess I don't own the fishing hole. I gotta share. But I wanted to get close to the dam. I wanted to throw some topwaters up there. I wanted to cast right next to it, but I just couldn't. There's just too many people. As I turned around, you can see people lined up again all over down the bank. So I just gave up. Worked my way back down to where it's a little lonelier, a little quieter, where I could, get some peace and quiet and think and hopefully catch some fish. And I did. I caught this monster of a largemouth right here. Be free, go home, get out of here, grow. Then I caught this white bass. Or maybe it's a small hybrid, I'm not sure. They look a lot alike, it's hard to tell. But I kept fishing and finally I hooked up. Ooh, maybe it'll be something cool. It'd be awesome if it were like Ariel, the mermaid. Isn't she like the hottest Disney character? Is Ariel Disney? I don't know. I guess that's weird. But that wasn't the case. It ended up being a catfish. There's a lot of catfish here. Hold still. Oh, these things are slimy, of course. They got stingers, so you gotta be careful. So I was kind of thankful I got this new Lindy glove that they sent to me to try out. And hey, now's a good time. I really got it for cleaning fish. A year or two ago, I was getting carried away cleaning some white bass, going fast, and about took the tip of my finger off. But I happened to have it with me, so I thought, hey, why not put it on right now? Make it a little bit easier to get a hold of this catfish, pull it up, and avoid being poked and stung. Turns out it was a good idea. I think I'll carry it along with me from now on. Oh, now he's all wrapped around my line. So again, if you haven't caught channel cats like this one, the whiskers don't bother you. Some people say that they do, but that's not the case. It's the barbs. There's 3, one on the back and 2 on the side. Just watch out for those. They hurt. There he is. Not a monster, but beggars can't be choosers. It's still a fish. Smile. Continued fishing. Back and forth, looking for white bass. Hooked up with something a little bigger. Guess it was a drum. Who is the best drummer ever? I think I remember now.
That's right, Animal was always my favorite Muppet. I mean, he's cool. That guy has some rhythm. So, is a drum the same as a Gaspergoo? I mean, I hear him called that sometimes on other lakes. Ugh. Do you have any idea how many fish I lose trying to push the record button? It's disturbing. Thought I'd share this one with you. Then I hooked up again. This one felt a little bit bigger. I actually hooked up on a bunch of these things, but they have some bony mouths and some sharp teeth. They're hard to keep hooked. Eventually I get this one in the boat. He's not huge, but you can see they put up a fight. They can put a bend in your rod. Just a nice little gar. Sometimes you get long-nosed gar, alligator gar. This is some type of long-nosed gar, spotted gar. I don't know. I can't really tell the difference. But I'm going to pull out that Lindy glove again. Give me that kung fu grip. Because these things are slippery. They're quite slimy. I actually grabbed one earlier and it just slipped right out of my hand. Sorry, Eddie Money just came to mind. I mean, look at that thing shake. Eddie Money still rocking all this time. Oh, it's like doing surgery. You know, there was a time in my life I actually wanted to be a dentist. I was trying to decide, dentist, teaching. But dentists have a high suicide rate, so I went with teaching. Do you remember this guy? I forget which James Bond movie it was, but that guy, he had like jaws of steel. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Could bite through anything. Almost lost my finger here. I just could not get this lure out of this fish's mouth. Feisty little devil. Tons of teeth, too. Open up. Need to come up with a better way. Ugh, slippery. Finally got the hook out, but he kept the plastic. I'm going to let you keep it. You can have it. Keep it as a souvenir. Go home. Be free. Get out of here. I finally left. Decided to go launch in the main lake. See what it'd be like there. Overlook Park is, only about a mile or so away from where I actually was fishing. There's a bait shop here you can see in the picture. There's a boat launch. I actually just went right to the picnic areas and launched. And as soon as I did, I caught this monster largemouth. I mean, look at this thing. It's huge. Then, a little while later, I hooked up again. It felt like a monster. And I thought maybe I had something big. For a moment, I was thinking hybrid.
Add two numbers that are the same. This is
Then
the doubles
I
game.
That wasn't the case.
Doubles. Make it easy. Doubles are simple to see. Doubles. Let's add them all to 20.
This is a catchy tune.
Doubles. Come on and sing it with me.
Doubles. Whoops. Sorry. Be free. Anyways, that was about it. I just spent a few minutes here. It was a little rougher than I wanted it to be.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to click the like button. And if you really liked it, go ahead and click the submit button. Heck, tell your friends about us. Get them to like it. Get them to click submit as well. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. All the information is right here. And once again, Operationfish.com signing out. Tight lines, folks. Adios.
Happy trail.